Alright you guys, the first thing you want to do is start combing your client's hair. Remember to always comb the client's hair because you want your clippers or whatever tools you're using to feed and graze through the hair easily, because you don't want to have any snags or anything like that. So with that being said, just make sure everything just comb or brush down evenly. Guys, before I go any further with this tutorial, I just want you guys to check out my Instinct clippers, man. Hey, I just purchased these a couple of days ago, and look at them, man. I already got them. Man, I don't know what to say, but they cut like butter, man. You know, usually when you cutting hair, you have to continue to go over the same area. But I'm so used to cutting hair, I'm doing it with the clippers that I really don't have to keep on going over the same area with. But yeah, those my Stylecraft Instincts, and hey, y'all need to grab a pair of these. I usually start my first initial guideline off with my trimmers, but in this case I want to show you guys how good and accurate the Stylecraft Instincts clippers are, because I got them zero gap and they don't come zero gap out the box. So with that being said, look at the first initial guideline is like I put them in on my trimmers, but always be accurate with your cuts. Personally, for me, it saves a lot of time putting the first initial guideline in with the clippers more so than the trimmers, because by the trimmers being so small, you had to keep on going over that certain area just to, you know, make the first initial guideline as neat as possible. But with the clippers, by the blade being more wider, you're taking off more hair at one time. Alright, now I'm working on my second initial guideline. Remember to always go up an inch. I used to go up 1.5 inches, but you know what I'm saying, that'll be pushing the fade up too high. So I just go up 1 inch, and remember to always go back over your work and make sure everything is laying down perfectly so you can have a nice fade. But yeah, just make sure you got your blade open and you're going up 1 inch. And the way I do mine, I always, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and knock that little fade part out so I can continue with my next guard. As you notice, I'm closing my blade up 1 notch at a time, you know what I'm saying, so I can go ahead and find the definition of that fade transition that I'm looking for. So yeah, just make sure your work is clean, neat, and please, and I repeat, please adjust where needed, you know what I'm saying, because every haircut, that's where the main detail come in at, adjusting. Now I have my 1 guard on my Stylecraft Instincts. The only thing I'm about to do is just go up another inch. Remember to always measure your cuts. If you start the haircut off going up 1 inch, make sure the next following guard always go up 1 inch as well, because you know what I'm saying, you want everything to be neat and fall in place the same way that you started it. So yeah, I have my number 1 guard on my Instincts and I'm going up 1 inch. So I just want to just clear out that bulk area so I can have enough room to start my fade down technique. Still have my 1 guard on, but I closed the level. Now I'm just actually softening up that guideline so I can come back with my next step. But always be mindful that, you know what I'm saying, you want to go over your work multiple times. Always detail. That's the most important thing to haircut, detail. And make sure everything is laying down perfectly. Now I fall back on my 0 guard on my Instincts. I closed them, and remember to always use the corners when you know what I'm saying, taking out the bulk, or you know what I'm saying, fading out hair. Do not use the whole blade, because you can't see what you're doing on one side once you're working on the other side. So the side that you're using, which is the corner, remember to always stay focused just on that side that you're taking the line out with, because you know what I'm saying, you want your work to be successful, not a failure. No guard, clipper blade open. The only thing I'm doing right now is just using my corners, you know what I'm saying, to get them dark spots so the blend can fall in place the way I want it to. But the fade is coming together and all. I'm just actually using the corner of my clippers, you know what I'm saying, just to get them dark areas. Okay guys, the steps that I did on the first side, you do it to this side as well. You want to open your blade and make sure you go up an inch, and then, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I do detail as I cut my first initial guideline, and then, you know what I'm saying, I just go ahead and store my little fading process within that area. And make sure you always use your corner. And after that right there, you just want to fall back and use your number 1 guard open as well. Remember to, well, the way I do it, I go up to the parietal ridge area and make sure all that area is clean. Then I close my 1 guard and I start to use my corners as well and make sure that fade is, you know what I'm saying, deep enough, because I want to come back with my 0 guard closed. And like I said, I only use my corners when I'm working in detail area. And after that right there, I just take my blade, my guard off, and I start to do a little light detail work underneath that 0 close. Because, you know what I'm saying, I just want everything to be a compressed fade. I don't want my fade to be too compressed, but, you know what I'm saying, just compressed enough so I can be able to know how my signature haircut looks. And then, you know what I'm saying, it just falls in with a little light detail. And as you see, his hair grows to the back, so I'm cutting against the grain to make sure everything falls in place. The back taper area is exactly like the sides. I mean, there's nothing different, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you just do everything the way you did it from the first beginning of the haircut, because, you know what I'm saying, you just want your haircuts to be matching on all 3 sides, especially the lineup, because, you know what I'm saying, you want that lineup to match your haircut. Yeah, you can have a perfect haircut, but the edge up, man, I'm talking about the edge up had to look fresher than the haircut itself, because based off the edge up, the haircut had to fall in place. And, you know, other than that, with that being said, man, this taper gonna come out fresh because I matched up everything. It's just like doing a puzzle, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you do a puzzle and you have a missing piece, you know you're not done because you have a missing piece. So with that being said, look, you have to just adjust yourself and make yourself comfortable when you're cutting somebody's hair. Your client is not the only person that's being comfortable. You have to put your mind to what you're trying to do. I always have that mindset when you start to do anything. I mean, it can be like whatever other hobbies you guys have. But yeah, just always set your mind to what you're going to do and never give up, man, because, you know what I'm saying, success is there. You just have to pick it up and go with it. So this is my goal in life right here. I like to make other people happy just by, you know what I'm saying, giving them services that they need. Because, you know what I'm saying, you want to provide as much business that you can just to help other people. All right, guys, we're at the end almost. This is my favorite part of the whole haircut process, the edge up. But before I can even just throw my cocoa trimmers on his edge up, you know what I'm saying, I got to cut him down with the 1 close. I used to do the 1 open, but, you know what I'm saying, I just started doing the 1 close so I can match up with the size, because, you know, that 1 open, he'll have too much bulk up there. And yeah, just make sure you go over your work numerous of times, you know what I'm saying, the hair gonna lay down, and, you know, you just prepare yourself for the edge up. I add a little bit of holy spray on the edge up so everything can just stay where it's at, because when I put them trimmers on him, I don't want no hair to move, because, you know, I just want everything to be as even as possible. Guys, let me tell you guys one thing. The cocoa trimmers are the beast, man. Now, out of all the other trimmers I've been using, like my Andis GTXO, my wall detailers cordless, but man, these right here, the cocoa take it to a whole new level, man, because, you know what I'm saying, it don't take that much to, you know what I'm saying, edge your client up. But as you notice, he really don't need enhancements, but he asked for it and I gave it to him. But this is exactly how my edge up looked before I add enhancements. So shout out to Coco, man. Before I apply any enhancements to all my clients that want enhancement, I always ask them how much enhancement do they want, because some of my people be like, hey man, give me a little light enhancement or give me a heavy enhancement, or you know what I'm saying, they even probably just say give me enhancements plus fibers. I mean, you know what I'm saying. With that being said, a lot of these YouTubers, they put a lot of enhancements on their clients, but you don't know what they're looking at on the other side of the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might say, hey man, just give me a lot of enhancement, but the way we looking at the videos and stuff, we probably be like, man, that's too much enhancement, man. But think about it. It's what the client said within the consultation before the haircut. Shout out to my boy Bryce for coming in, getting that fresh cut. But you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know, I had to change my boy around, totally, completely around, man. And big shout out to them Instincts and them Cocoa trimmers, man. I mean, them Jones are hitting like a mug. But with further ado, this is the haircut right here. YouTube, I'm glad you stuck around long enough. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notification. You can also follow me on TikTok at Your TikTok Barber. Also on Instagram at black_prince79. But with further ado, this is the cut. And if you like it, remember to give it a thumbs up. Hey man, let's leave some comments in the comment section. And the lucky winner, if you drop your Cashapp tag in the comment section, you might be the lucky winner to receive $250. I'm starting the Cashapp thing right now. So if you want to go ahead and comment your Cashapp tag in the comment section, just go ahead and do it, man. But with further ado, it's Black Prince the Barber. May God bless.
Black Prince, man. Real talk, man. Go follow my nigga. Real talk.